I wanted to check one thing about Nakama. Actually, before that, before this, I want to check my notes relative to. Let me check a second. I want to check my notes that I had. Excalibur. Just gonna put some music quick. So indeed, I have a. I remember the name was indeed back office, but on any account as an admin back office user. Here would not use accounts me. Okay. So I think I wanted to call them back office, but let's see what I wrote here. Did I? No, this is a different thing. Okay, I didn't put this here. Back office user. Project release endpoints operational. Other projects are performed by back office users, not the actual user logged in account. It is going to be done later, yes, but only because we are admin can do it. Because now actually I'm thinking about let's see, admin back office game server. Or game admin. Because I sort of have an idea of separation of concern where game admin game. By the way, another thing I just thought. Do we have any of these pictures here? I think I put them. Yeah. Identity. Hmm. Still should it should still on the identity. Hmm. Okay, so I'm thinking naming convention in terms of let's just do okay. So auth. So let's see how we call them accounts. Right, so we have yeah, let's just prepend this, right? Just to understand what we talk about. And we just want to list quickly the resources, right? Account. And then you can have here, you know, and to be quite honest, right? Here it should really be identity, right? Possibly this will go through some load balancing, routing, not set by application, but some other system that when you do the access, the entire application will have this prefix. So I'm thinking that here we should have a back office. I have an idea. I have multiple idea. And here, yet another one. And I know it's a maybe game server or just server. Hmm. For now, I just like a brainstorming, so it's fine. Um, hmm. I think actually it should be more like this instead. A minute. No. That's all. Like a namespace, right? Because I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere. Because this is for normal users, right? And this is for you can have different operation because the back office or literal worker are actually people. Game server. Let's just do server, right? Any server side. I don't want to split so many. Let's do this. Let's do this then. Because I need to go faster because otherwise I'm losing the is this good color? To color so now let's color it like so. Green is going to be for user. Back office are going to be blue. And server is going to be red. Right? And I'm getting to a point what I'm trying to do here. And then A just black. Go players, users, externals, right? Anything external goes through here. And normally, obviously, we talk about players. Here, back office employees, admins, actual people. Just for actual people. Now, here is just for the actual endpoints, and then here is going to be server game servers API calls gRPC micro intercommunication between services. Yeah. So now we're going to color these ones. This goes blue and this goes red, right? Now, if we just look at identity, it may have all these sorts of, and I want to duplicate this because then I want to say, okay, I just want to prepend possibly it doesn't mean that there are actually endpoints that will be named this way, but then probably yes. And this should be quite easy. It's just that I want to have operation divided by the actual endpoint. So it's kind of easier to understand who is doing what. I'm thinking to do something like that. Well, possibly, especially in these two, it will point towards the same controller endpoint, but or almost the same, but the permissions is going to be different, right? Possibly same endpoints, but different permissions checks. Okay. Damn it. Nope. No. What the hell are you doing? No. Okay. Link. Okay, good man. it is just a way for point routing by entity purpose. Okay. Something like that. Can we? Okay. Because then what I want, okay, so here's the thing, right? I got to a point where I actually have some logic of this and it works. I've just done the first login, but the login is just for players. Any other any operation that I want to do as a admin or game server, right now it's not really possible. I mean, it could be possible, but it's not thought through. So I was thinking how to do it best without modifying too many things, and I have probably have to modify. So I'm thinking about creating at least one new table, and that's what I'm discussing here in this discussion, which was called back office, but maybe we'll call it something else. And a permission system. I do think I need a permission system. Also, permission system, right? The permission system, I even was thinking, so now get to a point where we'll have it's all done by the identity, but we have a set of permissions by service, that. And then here it could be let's do read, write, delete. Actually, I forgot another thing. And resource. Okay. It's yeah. So resource, and then by this. Let's maybe do it like that. And the idea okay. So if we do some examples, identity, account, rate, identity, account, write, identity, account, delete, right? This could be, actually, no, I want to do difference. Yep. No, is it this? Yep. Identity, account, rate. It's going to be the medium. Okay, sure. Right. Delete. And this I need to change the color to orange and this to red. Right. So this could be the permission, a permission set. So you need to find some other entity. Um, so this back office and server are more related than the player. The player, almost in most cases, does not need any of this because the player should, in 99.99% of the cases, only access its own resources. Okay, so in a way, the special case is these are just a special case of the same thing. Okay, it's just really the same thing, which is going to be because I don't want to call it user because it's not a user. Back office, it's the um privilege means nothing. A maybe just an admin. There are all kinds of admins. They're all admins in a way. Or give me a list. Let's see if you can see. In a context of a backend service, I'm having issues to find the name for a resource, and it cannot be account and it cannot be user. This new resource, it's a resource that is able to access other resources as well as the account or users, and it's somewhat privileged. It's either for workers. No, okay, it's not understanding my English. Yeah? In a back-end service, I need to find. I'm brainstorming names for a specific privileged user. This user is going to have attached permissions. I to be able to things admin operation. I can't, I don't want name admin, nor account, nor user in order to avoid confusion with real user. Give me a list of names that match this use case. Let's see. We will list alternate names. root system. Service. No, system authority super user director. Give me more examples. Agent controller provision. Let's call it admin user and fuck off. And because admin user, right? This is a admin user type. This admin user type is going to have attached the permissions. Can I bring it up? Yep. It's going to attach a permission. So permissions, now this the permission system. Permission system. So you're gonna have an admin user. It's gonna look something like that. Admin user. Admin user, it's gonna look maybe admin account. Fuck. Let's do admin account because anyway. Yeah, there you go. It does not make sense to call this so different than add accounts. We already have accounts for normal people. So admin account. That's it. It's gonna be a copy of the wait. Possibly, yeah. Let's do divide it. I don't care. And it's going to have permissions, which is just one table, 1-to-1. In theory. Ideally, it could also be inside the same table. Huh? I'm not sure yet about this. And so then it's just going to be sorry. These are predefined and unique to your databases. So each service will need this unique values. Okay. Similar to the providers. Preloaded, cached. Can be even lazy loaded if it becomes really big. There is almost no. If they are lazy loaded is completely fine. Or lazy. And you can have like storage, right? So this is going to point to a specific service. And each one is going to have its own ID. Okay. Leaderboard. Okay. Well, we got the points. We don't need more. right? And then this one could link to one, you know. This is I mean, this is the idea. This is the, let's fucking some of these stupid numbers. This is the idea. And now when you create the access token, ideally you want to have, and each service is going to be able to read or not. Let's just say one randomly, like just the right of the storage. But then, and this is all like the application logic. This is going to be ignorant. Okay, GameHangar is ignorant about this, how to create them. It's just each service is going to read, and if you're storage, the service storage, he has to know. Oops, I forgot one thing. I don't know. Sorry. That's the resource is correct. It could be setting. Right. I don't know yet the resource inside the storage, but the yeah. So you need to read first when you load the access token. Does this access token have and the operation you're doing? Is it for the storage? Maybe, maybe not. And so you want to create different access token with different permissions loaded in the access token. We can have some with the privileges. For example, specific super user, or maybe all, for example. Maybe just not complicate ourselves by that. Can be right. The super user, another one here, storage super user. Maybe not. Let's add it there just to. It's just a brainstorm. The problem, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking of to do it. Now, in order to do this, I need at least two tables, at least one table more. No, two tables. For this and this. And this, it's not necessarily the same. This is just to, we need to understand. It's just that if you have any back office work, they should call this endpoint. Servers should call this endpoint. May not do this. I may do this. I don't know yet. Or just one of the type. But pre-painting or namespacing the endpoints is going to be very, very helpful when you do analytics to understand who is doing what. Because otherwise it's going to be very difficult doing operation of the video game online if both are reaching the same endpoint, right? Or if you shouldn't expect some back office endpoint to be reached and is reached, it's easier. Now, adding this new resource and therefore another table, it's something I don't have to do because actually thanks to the way I've done it, I could do something like this already with the credential system I created with source. Okay, with the source, I'm able to, I can show it here. I'm actually able to because it's namespace by the source, you could create a source that is like back office server. And so all the credentials created there on this provider are going to be used for back office and completely namespace, completely, even if it's in the same database, they're actually separated from your player for the players for your player population or data set. But I think we need to it's a bit safer to have this, so that player not like you can have a more better distinction also in terms of analytics. So we need a new resource, and this is actually what Nakama does. But I want to quickly check before we go ahead what they're doing in when it comes to the, and it's the console user, by the way, when it comes to the login, because I need to yet think a bit how to, because I would like to keep the same login system. I need to check. Or I need to replicate just over the admin users. Now let's see. So this is the console users, and pretty much is the same as the admin account. So we can see here already they have a user invitation claims. Okay. New numeric date, construct a new numeric date from a standard library center. It's interesting. I might use this, huh? Console server. Oh, what? Console? What? Okay, so they have all this stuff. They also have the console account. But anyway, let's see. Console server. There's a huge struct. Okay, start console server. Register public subscription callback. Here also they prepend, right? They use the console as a, prefix in their endpoints. Okay, each time they do a log. And the okay. Custom HTTP auth function. So it looks like these are register middlewares. Um, there you go. Username. If username logout type account type ID type none followed through. Add user. Physics dynamically created this called console user handler. Username, contact, something key. So I think this is a way to add and retrieve the context indeed. You can't, rather than, I use a different approach. I use just a string with type, a type string, a custom type string, I'm sorry. Yeah, indeed. So here is checking that you cannot modify your own user. Valid argument email is required, blah, blah, blah. To lower the email, so you normalize it, invite username. Anyway, will this work? A bit works. So use it for a newsletter. Could have been done in a coroutine, no? Maybe not. Okay, so the insert console user from error. And you also generate a JWT token. Okay. Oh, right, you can have a different signing key. This is similar to what I did. So genuine claims signed string. Okay. We already create also a token while creating. And what does it do when you insert console user? Set into console user, on conflict to update. Okay. Okay. Console. But how does it log in then? Oh, maybe there is a login here. Get user, update user. DB list console users. Why is doing this? Is it possible multiple user with the same username? Not user font. That's kind of weird. Other console integration with Hero preparation. Okay. Update user, don't care. Update user, don't care. What password you gonna set? Hashed password there. Transaction. To is a function. Execute in transaction. These are cool functions. Extend Postgres. So this is the transaction. 32 bytes. Yeah, byte length 32. Round red password. It's fill. Oh, fills bytes with cryptographically secure random bytes. It never returns an error and always fills entirely. Okay. It's an interesting way to create a password in Go. Let me just quickly go to yeah, let's go here to the project game Go example. Just check that it's all up to date. Cool. Just Uber. It's so curious to see NVim to try this part. Let's do password. Let's create a new one. Gen password gen password gen.go. Can I run this? Okay, it works. So how does it work is the package around going to be a slice of byte of 32 cons password length 32. Yep. And then it's going to say FMT. Just spawn it. And I convert to string. It's almost done. Yes, try to do FMT print f password. No. Oh, it's okay like this now. Why it's like weirdly? Why is printing this weirdly? Print weird password. The reason we are seeing a weird character symbol is because run files your byte slice with any number from 0 to 25. Most of these numbers don't represent letters nor. Yeah, okay. So we do this. This is better. Then because they generate a password, like this has to be shown somewhere. So yep. This is the way. Get status. Gen password in Golang. Get push. Git push. Okay. And we quit. Good, I just wanted to. I thought I found something cool, I didn't know. So it's always good to have a little script in many languages that generates a password when you need. So this is kind of confusing more than anything because Yeah, I can tell, but the idea is similar, right? Because they have a dedicated even server for like the console, so the admin. So let's go back to GameHangar and let's see. First of all, if I had anything to commit, where was I? Oh, yeah, I wanted to. Well, actually, I had work to do. Yeah, not sure if I can do this today. Yep, but this looks good already. It's just that there's a new yeah. Okay. What I need to do is now create a service before move on. And it's going to be account going to be long, I don't care. So let's see how fast we can do a new service. Let's copy from the service account auth. Start put some icon. Why do I need this? Why do I need this? Hold on. I need this for a transaction. I don't need this for now because service credential, for example. Why do I need this? Right, because I need to give the it list a connection. So yeah, this should be good. Right. On the repository account, get account and it's to be contacts. Okay, so the repository, no, this repository. It's repository. Is in the same package. What's name starts with a package name. Okay. You know what? I like this. We don't. Right. Account management service. Yeah, fine. I don't know. Yeah, we manage the account, right? So Okay, sounds pretty good. And for now, we go point me. I believe, yeah, we need this. What are you gonna? You're gonna return with this, man. Account, yeah. For now, we do it as a string, and then we do a pointer to an account error. For now, we return nil. All right, some of the work is done already. Next, we need to go at a container level. Account repository account all service. By the way, this is wrong. Now this is wrong because there's nothing breaks, right? Let me close some of this stuff. Let me run the identity quick. Yeah, things still work. Oh, looking good. Why not? Oh, there's something. Yep. Fault factors. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh yeah. What? Yeah, this. Yep, this is about right. No. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think now some tests should fail. Maybe not. Because in terms of the it is slightly convoluted, huh? There's like too many moving parts. But okay, we need to jump into the test unit. And the mocks definitely don't have this yet. Yeah, so we need to account management. Oh, I need to also change this, huh? Ah, this is annoying. Okay. Oh, I don't need the mock. That's why it works. However, right, that's how it works because it actually loads the concrete function. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Things work. Let's start the service. No, can I still log in? Yeah, still work. Good. So okay. Perfect. Management. So now let's just look up this. I'm going to check pretty much how I did it for the okay. I'm loading with the timeout. Am I doing the same here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So logger. Account error. Yep. If error, it's not nil. If not error, errors. Is error, errors, does not found. We just log in case, otherwise we do log the account. So it's pretty simple. We need the context, huh? Yeah, we do. I think this is pretty good. So why do I want to call it middle? Just let's call it get account. Right. No. Nil. Nil, so we get the default connector. We get account. Yeah, we generate these two values. That's it. It should just work as before. Good. So now we are logging in, and I have. Let's try to log in with a different. It's all they have the same password. Resource not found. Okay. Resource not found. Let's create an account. Hack validation 2, and pass is going to be test. We also press second login. I created one. So now I should be able to log in, and this endpoint as a script that will take the access token from the response and put it in my environment. Here, each time. So this means if I get account, I should get account too. And it works. Fantastic. So let me go back to account 1, login. Fantastic. It works. This is good. Yeah, the test. So let's do it. Let's do it. Test get account. Yep. Tests. Actually, I start to make it differently now. Yeah, something like that. Now, really need to mock only one. Okay, let me see how I did this. Maybe I just use the new methods, just faster. Let's try that. Let me try like this. I want the for ID, TT, range test, T run ID, func T testing, T, T parallel. Right, not really sure why it's doing everything like super indented like that, but it's fine. For the mock, mock count repository. Um, hmm, hmm, get account. Yep. Just do this. Perfect. So what we can do now is get account mock get account. So can I let this test? Okay. So I need to check this. Account ID is going to be a string. Expected expected, yeah. Uh, account and expected error. No. So now Controller test. That is that. What? Still here. Email. Um, the pointer, huh? Just to okay, yeah. How we call it? Count test one. Yeah, seems fair. Yeah. An expected error. Quanto opinione. Okay. Okay. Right. Fair enough. So to do this. We need to mock here stuff, and then where do I get the actual? Yeah, I just need to do service. Yellow. Service. Good account. Context. Do I return a context from here? I don't, right? And then let's see how it goes. Yippee. Good stuff. So now, get account. Um, we call it a record is not found. We do our old but good resource not found. Account ID expected nil. It's not expected, and actually, I don't know, wait. Yep. An error is expected, but got nil. I want to check if I run it again. It works. Yeah, I need to do this each time. Huh? I'm not sure in terms of performance how slow it is, but for now, let's keep it pumping. Yeah, so it's unit tested. Start to beat faster and faster. Well, actually, there is still one unit test to do, which is the controller. Start to think maybe because it's going to be an exact same copy of this. So, tell me. Let's do it. For now, let's do it. It's seriously gonna be just a copy of this, man. The only difference, is going to be the response, what we get from. Okay, so now, first of all, expected error response. Okay. So I need a little bit more stuff in this window. Let's just call it the same as the other test. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, I do want still this expected error because this is going to be needed in here. Hold on. It's gonna be needed in here. Okay. What do we want to do with the mocker? Sorry, with the handler. Called the payload. Oops, crap. Okay. The response is going to be this type. Okay. Here, I actually need to make the authorization, which I need to think a bit how to do it. And I don't need. It's going to be a get, and it's going to be literally this. No payload. Nil. So let's just see what happens. For one, perfect. It just it makes sense. Now, if I want to, let's ask you how to do it quickly. Please show me how to inject a fake access token for this unit test. Yeah, I need to do this. If you want the middleware access token, no, but maybe can we create an access token on the fly? What I am worried is that or show me mock that token. Let me know, please. Nice. So it's better get rid of do this now. Create a token and test. If I do this, is gonna fail anyway. Pretty sure. Right? How do I do it? Like, yes, failing. Maybe I can just use that one, no? Hold on. Why can't you just create the use that function? Yeah. Let's do this. It's a combination of the two. Do-do-do-do. Please notes. Let's see, may fail the. You know what? Let's do this. Testing container. We don't need to. So we do we need to do get the secret service. Oh my god, let's do it quickly. Okay. Container secret service and then expire. Put that here. Send for now. Let's not go crazy. Oh no. Wait. So we are definition of this. Okay. And we require no error. And we return the access token. For now, let's just do global. So we need something else later. We'll add it. User name. Yep. Fantastic. And then we do this other mini helper. Yep, thank you. Yeah. The container account credential. Oh my God. Perfect. So now should be in the mocker then. This should have been in the mocker. Both of them. Should be a mocker function. And container. Okay. Let's see if it's mocker. Request. Right. And the account. What do we want here? An account. Let me think. Expected. Let's work. Okay. Hold on. No panic. No panic. Because I want to finish. Get marshal string into ghost struct. Filled it. Get other AIs to do this for me. Because frankly, it's been in the ass not to do it quickly. let's do another thing. We keep this for now, but see what the other AI did. Yeah, I think this is okay, but still, maybe we can do another thing, much cleverer. Okay. Yeah. Mm, yeah, well, I have a better idea. Hold on. What was type? Account time, no? So just put it time, and that's it. I will do fancy shit later on. It's really not worth it, huh? Okay. A second, because this was working, wasn't it? Expected. Um. Right. Maybe he expected. Come on now. What? Oh, it's different address. Hold on a second. There's something wrong with this implementation. Um, let's do this. Huh? Yeah, that I don't know. If it's not nil, that set it. Otherwise, use the um string. You know what? Maybe I can just do this now. What the fuck am I doing? Okay. Email is fixed. So what is the problem now? Constants are identical. Did start to get slightly annoying. So one thing then. Let's difference this and not use a pointer. Maybe that is the problem. Which is the same thing. Okay, so that's another thing. GG. Expected. Hey, come on. Right. Okay. Hold on. Oh, right, because I didn't add. But here it's gonna be expected. So it should be 400. Let's see. Hmm. So I need actually this. Oh man, this is long. Good. Since nothing broke. Good, it works. Okay, I'm going to merge, and for today I'm done. For today I'm done, and I'll need to push tomorrow. Create a pull request. Let's go. With the idea of the permissions, try to see what I can do fast. Account me. For today I am done. Git checkout name. Git pull. Question match. Yep, found done for today. See ya.